week 1 of King Arthur Pendragon. We are in the middle of the tutorial. I am, of course, GM Arthur Perkins. I've had an interesting week. It's mostly involved this new. Well, I'll talk about it later. Let's go to somebody else. Eric, how are you doing this week?
Doing well. Built my heir. Looking forward to, well, not looking forward to having to test him out, but I'll be happy if I need to.
It's good to have one, yeah.
Yes, and yeah, week went well.
Would you say it's good to err on the side of caution? Oh, yeah.
Please don't hurt us.
Yeah.
Always happy to see you airing again, Arthur.
All right. Enough of that. Karama, how are you doing this week?
Nothing special is going on, but the previous 2 games that I GM are again due to people not showing up.
Oh, I was gonna ask how
Didn't go through.
going.
Yeah, so. But he had to work really hard today, apparently. They put him on today instead of his usual days. That's alright.
That's too bad. I like hearing about Kingmaker. Actually, someone else is playing Kingmaker in another of my campaigns, so... I keep trying to read Book 2, and I can never get through it for some reason. I keep getting distracted. Although now I'm reading Shadowrun 5.0, and I'm super distracted now, because I was like, damn. So apparently sniper rifles are awesome. Kai, how are you doing this week?
Well, I'm not home, as you can see. I'm actually in Seattle now to watch.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You're going to
What?
the Super Bowl, aren't you?
The Super Bowl's in Arizona.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that shows how much I know about the fucking Super Bowl. All right. You have fun in Seattle. What else are you doing?
But yeah, I've just been doing around here. I'm starting a Reign of Winter campaign at my own school soon.
Are you GMing or playing?
GMing. Actually, just started this club this year.
Excellent.
Best of luck.
People gonna die.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna die. Man, that thing is dark. So
I feel like
dark.
Kai is gonna be even less forgiving as a GM than you are, Arthur.
Really? Really? That's some hurtful stuff. I don't know whether it's hurtful toward him or me. Less forgiving.
I know I already know I'm evil.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah, I think we've locked in your lineup pretty well. For someone who worships Cthulhu on a regular basis. Anash, how are you doing this week?
Good. It's just been an awful week. Actually, just been working the whole week. Really looking forward to Pendragon though.
How's the weather down there?
It's actually right now. It's city I'm in is the best time of the year. It's our winter over here is like the perfect light, mild summer. So it's I don't know what it converts into the Fahrenheit, but it's like it's in the 20s. The weather.
I assume that's Celsius.
Yeah, that's Celsius.
I
Yeah.
was like, so
I don't know what
midsummer, 20
converts to
Fahrenheit. That doesn't sound
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so I think it's something
So
like
that
like
calculates
70s or something like
68
that.
degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep, that's
Degrees
beautiful.
Celsius.
Yeah,
We're getting
and
close
it's like
to the
3
negatives
months.
here.
Of the, yeah, 3 months of the year, 4 months of the year we have good weather. The rest of the time it's just shit.
Recognize that.
Yeah, welcome to the Northeast right now. We're just getting ice and snow all day.
Yeah.
All right, so I do have some announcements to make, but at the mid-time. It's about the new campaigns that I'm launching, and for viewers like you, wink, I have some spots open if you'd like to join them. Wink. Mostly 5th edition, though. But we'll talk about that later, just like most of the things I do, leaving those spoilers just to keep you on the cliffhanger. So, who remembers where we left off last time?
I do.
Tell us more.
We were just getting ready to hunt this bear.
The scary bear.
Yes.
We got a
had
Gar's
spoken
place
with
that night.
old Gar, and I think
A
we had
suspicious
down for the night.
boy as well.
Yes.
The young man who rode the ox. Yes.
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 He was pretty shady.
I try to tell Olga that, I know how to hunt bears, oh man. Apparently, I didn't tell him that.
You were
I
overcome with your
yeah,
modesty.
yes, I was overcome by modesty, which is rare for Robert. But I guess Olga is such a old school hunter that he was quite like impressed by him and overcome by modesty.
Well, he's a man of God, right? He's a priest.
Yeah. Who knows? He might convert me from my pagan ways.
I don't see that
Let me
happening.
be saved, but Jesus Christ, our Savior.
I did want to ask, did you guys get a chance to look over the pagan druidic documents that I sent you? Did you pick any
I was reading
patrons?
about botanic virtues. I don't know if we can do that, right?
No, botanic virtues are Saxon, and they're
Yeah.
the Norse, so it's like Odin. And in order to gain them, you have to blood sacrifice slaves. So
That sounds really,
I've got
really...
peasants.
yeah.
How many peasants do I have?
Well, for one thing, peasants aren't slaves, so now you could do some like Jesker mystery shit where like, hey, did you hear? The old man who lived in the shed 3 places down disappeared the other night, and they say that the Lord, our local noble lordman, got pretty strong the next day. I'm sure there's nothing suspicious about that. The Jeskeri mystery. All right. So you didn't pick a particular patron, which is fine if you're not wanting to go deep in the fictional representation of druid paganism that is. Again, everything about this game is fictional. All of the religions, all fictionalized versions of them.
And Arthur Perkins.
You know,
featured on Fox News for his
yeah, I know, right?
Pendragon campaign, right?
Oh boy.
When did you send the let's see about the religion stuff?
It would have been email, probably Sunday. It's okay if you didn't look into it. We
Did
can
you
certainly
send it
look
only
into
to the people who
only
were...
to the people who were pagan?
Okay.
Ah,
characters
okay, I'm gonna
were
check
pagans.
this out. I'll pick something. Might be
It's
interesting.
fun. Loki is actually a pagan god. Yeah, the trickster.
God.
I think
Look
he's
at
known
guy.
as,
Look at that
he's a Celtic
smile.
god, Lug.
That's more for my next character, though. Almost.
All right, so let's get back to this. If I recall, you're just entering the church. Oldgar has invited you in, and it's kind of a dusty. It's not that it's not well taken care of, but it's not what you would expect as squires and sons of important lords. You're used to the castle. Everything's made of stone, velvet seating. Aurelius would be used to like the Roman Catholic. Everything's made of silver. There's sacramental wine out. I mean, he's got like a jug of wine out, but it's definitely not holy water blessed. It's just like regular wine.
Yeah.
So he just like totters over to the wine and pours you guys all out a mug, and then sets a plate of like breads and cheeses in front of you and says, like he gets out some holy water and flicks it on you. He's like, "All right, my children, welcome to this blessed house. You are all welcome here. Please partake of my hearth and home. I extend to you the custom of hospitality in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ."
Yes, of course, I accept.
Thank you, Olga.
Why would,
Thank you.
why would I
Thank you
not
for
accept your hospitality?
Elder.
Are you saying that suspiciously, Dobbin? Why wouldn't I expect you? Hospitality.
Aurelius will, before he partakes in the food and drink, will go sort of one knee down, kneel in front of the altar and make a short prayer.
Okay.
Back.
Robert will watch him curiously.
All right. So Olgar looks impressed and says, "I see, a man of God after my own faith. Excellent. We worship the ways of Arimathea out here, but we all follow our Lord in heaven." And then he's like, "Hey, Matilda, hey." And this woman comes in, and you don't see any like wedding bands on either of their rings or anything like that. and you've heard rumors, perhaps. I don't know if you guys caught the rumor that Old Gar lives in sin with his mistress rather than with a wife. So
I probably would have.
it's pretty obvious that this is the mistress when she comes in. She's much younger than him. Just like a regular farm girl. Nothing particularly impressive about her. Nothing that would leap out that like she's a secret noblewoman or anything. And she's just like set you guys out some glasses of milk and some fresh meat. And she's just like, my courtesy, my lords. I will leave you to speak with the priest. And Old Gar kind of like slaps her on the back and is like, no need to be so formal with them. They are but squires. But she kind of rolls her eyes and wanders away.
Squire's a name, but of noble houses.
He says, of course, my apologies.
Robert's all like, oh, thank you, Matilda. And he flashes her a smile.
So Old Gar takes a puff of his pipe and then looks at Robert kind of suspiciously for a moment. And then he goes back to puffing on the pipe. He says, so, I know something of the customs of knighthood. Who among you is leader?
I have been accorded the privilege of leading this expedition to hunt this old bear.
So he takes his pipe out and kind of taps it on the side of the table, shifts around some ashes. He's like, what do you know of hunting, Squire Robert?
I know some. Where am I? In Winterbourne. We do a fair bit of hunting over there. My brothers and I. It was my father's custom to hunt, and we have taken it up as well.
I see. He says, I am known for my hunting skill in these parts as a competent tracker, but the men invite me mostly as a field medic and to say prayers over any who may be injured during the hunt. Allow me to make sure, like he's looking over the rest of you with a questioning eyebrow, especially he's looking at Dobbins, he's just like, not sure that guy's ever been on a hunt. He's like, allow me to fill you in on what you might need for the hunt. I'll wake the peasants and the serfs, and I'll have the dogs ready at dawn tomorrow morning if you'd like. I'll ride with you again, also your choice. You'll need to wear your hunting leathers. They'll only provide you one armor, but should you choose to wear your chainmail instead, it will cause far too much noise. You'll also need to leave your shield behind.
Alright, which horses will we be taking?
He says it would be wise to take your fastest horse. I believe I saw chargers out in the area, but...
Yes, we did bring our chargers.
I didn't.
Fine horses.
Did you only take a Rouncy?
I took 2 roundsies.
Okay, so he just says, perhaps, Squire Dobbin, you will... So this is part of the reason why he's looking at you strangely, right?
Yeah.
Because like,
And I brought a
hunt
Roncy
without
and a pack
charger.
horse.
So he's like looking at you, he's just like, yes, I suppose you'll be the one carrying the bear back after we kill it.
Of course, carrying it back as not the one charging it down.
So he takes another puff of smoke and says, are any of you skilled with the bow?
What is that?
A bow?
No.
Shoots arrows.
No, but like, what skill?
Bow. It's actually a skill called bow.
I don't think it was.
I am very
We
handy
didn't put
with
any
my...
points in it.
It's not a skill that knights normally take. It's basically only reserved for people who hunt professionally.
Yes. Hey, we have not been trained in
Using
archery.
the bow on the battlefield is basically considered, and I quote, being Irish. It is not knightly.
Who are you quoting?
The book. Only the cowardly Picts use bows on the battlefield. And so most knights never bother learning it because the only other place you would use it is hunting. Where a lance will do much more damage. So he says, oh, no bows. I'll make sure that if you would like, I'll make sure that the young peasants with their slings are ready to go.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. So he's looking pretty worried now. He's puffing pretty heavily on his pipe. He's
Are
like,
you
"Yep."
sure about that?
Nay, we shall take your assistance, Olga. Robert just kind of interrupts and tries to be all take charge and all like, we welcome your assistance, Olga. Your knowledge of this area would be welcome, and your skill in hunting. We shall take every advantage to complete this task successfully for our lord.
So old Gar turns to Dobbins, and while Robert's doing that, he nods his head and he says, "Might I ride on your pack horse? There are no horses in the village to spare, and I fear that riding our cows into battle and our oxen would bode ill."
It is of nothing but a pack horse. I don't see why you couldn't borrow it for the time being.
He says,
I'll extend to you that hospitality for what you've shown to us.
my thanks, young man."
You may have my Rouncy, Olga, a pack horse.
No, I will take the pack horse.
Yeah?
You may need your Rouncy should your horse falter. On the hunt, horses have been known to be bitten by snakes or to break a leg.
Now, like, Robert's looking all worried. He loves his horse.
He says, "Do you have any
All
questions
four of
for
them?
me?" And while he's waiting for you guys to reply, he kind of takes another puff, and he's looking at everyone but Dobbin, and is like, "I believe you are all prepared for this hunt?"
Well, we were kind of. Again, we're not really the most. I'm not the most experienced at hunting, but I will, of course, give it my all as a knight of the Dobbin, or as Knight Dobbin. I don't know. I wanted to say of the family,
Dobbin.
but there's no
Squared on.
family.
You would say of your manor, right? So you.
Yeah, of Lord Roderick or whatever.
Well, no. Where's your manor located?
Weil.
Wow. So you would say.
So you'd say-
Weil.
A while. Okay.
Or if you
Terminology.
just want to make up a title for yourself, you call yourself Dobbins the Gardener, right? So you can be Squire Dobbin the Gardener.
Well, if I call myself that, people will know to be careful about how they say it.
They'll know where to
Okay,
find
well,
you.
Dobbin of Weil is certainly.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
So he asks again if you all have any other questions.
I don't believe so.
You suggested using a bow. Normally, I would never think of such a thing, but why do you say it's so necessary?
Oh, these woods, occasionally fairy folk and the like have passed through. I have once heard tale of a griffin who slayed a great knight, also named Sir Ronald. He was struck down. It was a horrid blow. We wept for Ronald for days. Yes, the woods contain many dangerous things. In fact, I heard that Glanticent may be nearby, the questing beast.
Glanticent?
Yes, the questing beast. Have you heard of it?
No,
Do
I
you
have
have to
not.
make a roll for that? Or,
You could roll fairy lore.
okay. Let's try
Yeah,
this.
give it a shot.
Yeah, there's always a 20% chance, a 10% chance.
You could crit that shit.
Yes, I know the questing beast. When he was a young little beast, we used to tickle its tummy.
Your fairy lore is 1. Wow, both of you have a 1? Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys are trying to recall your fairy lore. The two of you are looking at each other, and Dobbins is like, "Yes, the questing beast. It is a great..." And then Aurelius is looking at him, and he's like, "Eagle." Oh,
can't-
fuck. And Ash is like, "No, it is a devil fork tri-fish with wings."
Critical failure. Fumble on
And
that
then
shit.
Sermund is like, "Yes, and it has tail fins the size of hams." and old Gar is just like, "None of that is true at all." I think we've discovered a very critical lack of fairy lore in this
No,
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly where it will be useful.
Oh,
Well,
you'll
no.
find out.
None. I'll admit now, I don't understand much of the hubba jubba of the fairies and whatnot. I'm more of a Saxon specialist myself. Goddamn Saxons.
He says, the Saxons, there haven't been Saxons in this county for a
They'll
dozen
be
years,
back.
perhaps.
They'll be back.
You never know when those Saxons return.
So you're a British pagan, right, Dobbin?
Yeah.
So he makes
British Christian.
not the sign of
Christian,
the cross. Yeah, British Christian. He makes a sign of not the cross, but like something you would recognize. You know, like a sign of warding against evil. Do you do anything?
I'd probably mimic the action.
Oh, so he's like, oh, another
Pray
son
that-
of Arimathea.
Pray that they don't. Pray that they don't come back. But if they do, well, I've been taught to be ready.
He says,
Pray that God protects us until that day, and then from that day forward.
Saxons come.
He says they
They
come
always
every
come back.
year across the channel. Or sorry, he wouldn't call it the channel at this time. He says they cross from the continent, but the good King Other holds them back at London town and abroad. In fact, I hear that they are amassing even now for a strike. But we will turn back King Ale once more. And he continues to smoke in his pipe and says, now, where were we? Yes, Glatisot. It is an enormous beast. Some say it has the tail of a snake, and it has 9 heads. But what is truly known of it are 2 things. The closer you get to it, the farther away it seems to be. When you approach it, at its maximum distance, it sounds as if dozens of dogs are barking. The closer you get, the quieter the noise is. It is a magical beast of inverseness, and makes it very difficult to track. And the second thing to know is that good King Pellinor of the North has been questing after the beast these last years, ever since the end of the war. They say that only he knows the taste of the beast fumets.
Robert just looks around at these guys like, I think Olga's been like this. He makes a
Well,
little.
I will.
The guy's been drinking.
I will happily leave to King Pellinor that particular taste. We have a duty from our king which we must deal with before